So I have officially ditched Sony for Fujifilm. I've shot on full-frame Sony systems for the past 5 years, both personally and professionally. And a lot of people may think I'm crazy to leave full frame and the best autofocus, but it honestly fits my workflow a little bit better. You see, outside of my personal content, I do luxury real estate videos, and one of the main downsides of an APS-C camera is that you don't get as much shallow depth of field as full frame. But when you're shooting real estate, you want deep focus anyway. You want everything to be in focus. Second, people say full frame gives you better dynamic range, and in most cases, it's true. But I also picked up the Fuji X-H2S. This is gonna be my main video workhorse. And this camera in f-log2c gets over 14 stops of dynamic range on a crop sensor. And lastly, I travel all the time for these shoots. And although the body of this Fujifilm X-H2S is roughly the same size as my Sony a7S III was, when it comes to the lenses, it's not even a question. APS-C lenses on average are smaller than their full-frame counterparts, which means when I'm traveling, they're taking up less space in my bag. Because they're smaller, they're inherently cheaper, which allows me to get a wider variety of lenses and try out a multitude of looks. In fact, they're so much more affordable, I was able to trade in my a7S III along with one lens and pick up a Fujifilm X-H2S and a Fujifilm X-T5 for the same exact cost. And I still have several full-frame Sony lenses that I'm going to be selling, so I'm going to end up making money on this switch. But that being said, I still do love full frame. I think they have a lot of pros to them. I'm just saying for my workflow, there are just as many pros to APS-C bodies. Now, I did pick up both of these cameras yesterday, and I didn't have lenses, so I wasn't able to test them out, but I was able to overnight these two Viltrox lenses, the 23-1.4 and the 56-1.4, and now I'm heading to Miami tomorrow, and I'm going to test both of these out. And I'm excited to just open up a new realm of cameras that I've never used, and that creative spark means more to me than anything. So if you're a Fujifilm shooter out there, let me know what your favorite lenses are. I know Sigma just announced the 17-40 f1.8. So excited for that lens, but I'd still like to know if there's any lenses I should check out.